What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Hustle and Flowchart podcast with your boys, Matt Wolf and Joe Fier. Check it.
Hey, welcome back to the Hustle and Flowchart podcast. I'm your host for this episode, Matt Wolf, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. Like we've mentioned in some of our past episodes, we're diving deeper and deeper into the world of crypto and blockchain and DeFi and basically what people are calling Web3 these days. That's kind of the direction we're taking this podcast in. We do still have some episodes rolling out over the next several weeks that aren't really talking about that space, but over time you're going to see us evolve into talking about more and more of that stuff. And today's episode is along those same lines. Today we're going to talk about 5 different ways that you can actually earn cryptocurrency for free without spending any money. You actually earn for your actions versus earn from your investments. Before I get into it, I actually want to ask you to join our new Discord. If you go over to hustleandflowchart.com/Discord, there's an amazing community happening over there right now where we're all sharing what we're learning in the marketing space, what we're learning in the Web3 space, and just having some really cool chats with other people in the community. In fact, the content of this episode was mostly sourced from people in the Discord. A lot of these strategies to earn free cryptocurrency were tips and advice given from people inside the Discord. So if you want to learn about this stuff even before it comes out on podcast episodes, make sure you're inside the Discord over at hustleandflowchart.com/Discord. You're going to get this kind of intel, or alpha as they call it in our world, long before it comes out on these podcast episodes. So that's hustleandflowchart.com/Discord. Join the community. Also, before we get into this episode, I want to remind you that we don't do financial advice. This is not a financial advice show. The stuff I'm talking about today is actually not going to be anything that requires any sort of investment. It's going to be ways to earn cryptocurrency for free. So there's nothing too risky in this episode, but it is always important that I remind you that our show is not a financial advice podcast. A lot of the stuff I'm talking about on this episode, I haven't even played with yet. It's stuff that was recommended in the Discord that I've just been kind of researching and learning more about. Also, crypto is still kind of the Wild West right now, so just make sure you're careful and do some more research beyond just listening to this episode before making decisions with your finances. Right after this word from our sponsor, we're going to jump into 5 ways to earn cryptocurrency without spending any money.
This is Ahrefs. Ahrefs came back, and a lot of y'all have been talking a lot about the Ahrefs stuff.
We've talked a lot about Ahrefs.
We did a lot of talking about Ahrefs, yes, for years now, and it's a good thing because you hear all the SEO experts come across our podcast. This is the tool they're always talking about. Is Ahrefs. There's something new from Ahrefs.
Yeah, Ahrefs actually has a free version. So if you've been hearing us talk about Ahrefs and you're like, that sounds cool, I need to get me some of that. Well, guess what? They got a free one if you haven't been able to afford the previous one. It's over at ahrefs.com/AWT. That stands for Ahrefs Webmaster Tools, and it's their new free entry into the SEO market. You can get in there. It gives you tons of stats, SEO issue monitoring, advice on how to fix issues. You can see all the backlinks to your website, broken link data, link type data, the various keywords, SEO metrics. All of this is in the free plan over at ahrefs.com/AWT.
No credit card required. Go sign up. ahrefs.com/AWT.
All right, so let's jump right back into this. So the first one that I want to talk about is the Brave browser. Now, the Brave browser is a web browser just like Chrome. In fact, it's actually built on top of Chrome. So when you're using the Brave browser, it feels like you're actually using Chrome. It's got all the same Chrome extensions. Pretty much anything you can do in Chrome, you can do in the Brave browser. However, when you're using the Brave browser, you can actually earn free cryptocurrencies. While you're browsing the web, little ads will actually show up as notifications on your computer, kind of the little notifications you see pop up on the top right corner of your screen. You'll get little notifications like that, but they'll actually be ads. And you can click on the ads if you want, or you can ignore the ads. Whether you click or ignore them, it has no outcome on what they actually pay you, what you earn. You earn for seeing the ad, not necessarily for clicking on the ad. So simply by using the browser and letting these ads display, you're going to earn what's called a BAT token. That stands for Basic Attention Token. Now, right now, those tokens are valued at about 73 cents per token at the time of this recording. Now, you can use those BAT tokens to tip content creators. So as you browse the web, YouTube videos, Reddit, places like that, you can actually tip the people that created content on those platforms. And when you tip them, they actually earn those BAT rewards. However, you can also hold those BAT rewards yourself, not tip them out, and then transfer them to an exchange like Gemini and then swap them out for either other tokens or even US dollars. So right now, it's a really cool free way to just earn some cryptocurrency in the background. You're not going to make a killing doing this. I've been playing with Brave for a couple weeks now, and you might expect to earn about $1 a week off of it. However, it's just completely passive. And the value of the basic attention token, the BAT token, there is potential for that token to grow in value. So just by collecting these coins in the background, if that BAT token goes up, you're going to see, an increase in the value of all these tokens that you're accumulating simply by using the Brave browser. So that's tip number 1. Go install the Brave browser and set up the advertising side of it so you can earn free cryptocurrency. It shouldn't change your quality of life at all when browsing the internet. It will feel pretty much like you're using Chrome. You're just going to be earning crypto in the background. All right, so these next handful of strategies actually come from members inside of the Discord server. So if you're not a member of that server, this is where some of this information is being fed to us early on that we can then share with you on the podcast. So these next 2 tips actually come from user Shadows Pub inside of our Discord community. They recommend using the pre-search search engine to do your searches. So pre-search is a search engine just like Google, but it can actually earn you cryptocurrencies, and it can actually search a whole bunch of different websites as well. So it's not just searching one platform like Google does. Now, advertisers can purchase ads on this pre-search search engine, and they purchase ads using a token called the PRE token, the PRE token. Now, when users use this search engine and they search, they're actually rewarded with PRE tokens for each search that they do. So basically, when advertisers buy advertising space on this search engine, the advertising revenue is actually split out to the users of the search engine. It's actually split to the people who use the search engine, as well as to the people who stake coins on the search engine, which we'll get into staking in later episodes. But for the purposes of this episode, just remember that when advertisers purchase ad space on this pre-search search engine, pre-search actually distributes some of the ad revenue back to the users of the search engine. Now, pre-search is valued at about 27 cents per coin right now, and there is a limit to how many coins you can earn per day. So you can't just do 100,000 searches in a day and rack up your coins. There is a limit to how much you can earn, but again, it's earning off of something that you're going to do anyway. Just instead of using Google, maybe go use pre-search instead, and you'll earn some cryptocurrency. If you can't find what you're looking for using pre-search, jump over to Google, but maybe start on pre-search just to earn that sweet free cryptocurrency. All right, so the next one also comes from Shadows Pub inside the Discord. And this one, they recommend using Peak D. Peak D is a decentralized social media platform where you could post images and status updates and things like that. However, this is a decentralized platform and only you can add or remove posts on your account. So none of the posts that you ever post can ever be removed off of this platform unless you choose to remove them. Now, this is built on the Hive blockchain, and the current value of a Hive token is around 81 cents. And the way you earn money on this is you post content on this social media platform and you can earn tips from others. Ultra popular posts on this platform seem like they're getting upwards of 150 Hive. So, you can do the math on that. 150 Hive times 81 cents. That's what a really, really popular post will do. But it does seem like most posts earn less than 1 Hive. So you're talking less than $1 per post earnings. But again, it's a social media platform where all you have to do is get involved. And by getting involved and making posts on the platform, you can earn some free cryptocurrency that can then be exchanged for cryptocurrencies that you see more valuable, or even exchanged into US dollar or whatever fiat currency you prefer and pulled out of the platform. So really, really cool. Just another social media channel that you can check in on and post on, and simply by posting, you're going to earn some cryptocurrency. All right, so our fourth one actually comes from Love Fight Right, another user inside the Discord community, and they recommend using Publish OX. Now, technically, the platform's just called publish, but to actually find the website, you need to search out publish 0x. So publish, the number 0, and X is the name of the platform. And it's a platform where you can earn cryptocurrency for blogging. If anybody remembers Steemit from, it kind of reached its height of popularity back around 2017. It's a platform where you can go and write blog posts on the platform, and you can earn tips for the articles that you wrote. Now, there's actually 3 ways to earn. You actually don't even need to be a content creator to earn on Publish OX either. You can actually read articles and tip the creators of these articles. But when you tip, you can actually tip a certain amount to go to you as well. It's a very interesting little slider that they do down at the bottom of the post, where basically Publish gives you a certain amount of funds that you can use to tip other creators on the platform. When you find an article you like, when you go to tip the article creator, you can use the slider and say, okay, I want to give the creator, 50% of this tip, and then I want to give myself 50% of the tip. And you can actually keep some of that tip for yourself that the platform gives you in order to tip creators. And if you keep some for yourself, you can transfer it to another coin, transfer it into fiat, and pull that money out if you want. Now, you can also apply to become an author. Right now, there are some hoops that they ask you to jump through to become an author. But if you are an author on the platform, you earn those tips on the content that you create as well. And then finally, you can also earn by sharing other articles. So if you find an article that you really like on the platform and you go and share it around on social media and you bring more people to that article and more people to that platform, you can actually share in a small percentage of the tips that that article was generating. So very, very cool. This does not have a specific token to it attached. Brave had the BAT token, Pre-Search had the Pre token, PeakD was on the Hive blockchain using the Hive token. Publish is token agnostic. So there's going to be different types of tokens that you can actually tip in and earn in the future. As of recording this, I'm not actually sure what tokens they're using, but there will be different tokens over time that you can earn using that platform. All right, so the 5th way that you can earn cryptocurrency without actually investing any of your own money is another one from Shadow's Pub in the Discord. They recommend using 3speak.tv. And what this is a decentralized video platform. So imagine if you took what I just said about Publish OX and merged it with YouTube. It's kind of that same idea. You can post video content on this platform, and then people on the platform can tip you for the videos that you created, and you can earn that way. So very similar concept to Publish OX, very similar concept to what Steemit was back in the day, but this is very focused on creating video content. Popular content on the platform looks like it earns anywhere from about 50 to $100 for that video, but most content seems to earn less than about $1. And again, this one is also built on the Hive platform, which I mentioned earlier when I was discussing PeakD. And once again, a Hive token is about 81 cents at the time of this recording. So those are 5 ways that you can earn cryptocurrency without actually investing your own money. Just to recap, you can install the Brave browser and earn coins just by browsing the web like you do anyway. Tip number 2, you can use Pre-Search as your search engine and earn pre-coins by simply using their search engine instead of Google. You can use PeakD as a social media platform similar to a Facebook or an Instagram and post social updates, and people can tip you on those social updates, and you can earn Hive tokens that way. There is Publish OX, which allows you to write long form blog posts and articles and earn tips on those articles. But you can also earn tips by tipping others and keeping a piece of that tip for yourself. And you can also earn income by sharing posts and then getting a piece of the tips on that post after you share it. And then finally, there's 3speak.tv, where once again, you can earn Hive tokens by posting videos, getting tipped on those videos, and doing some other curation type actions on the platform. Most of these platforms I have not experimented with myself, but none of them require any upfront investment to get started. You can just jump in, start using the platforms and earning currency without coming out of pocket at all. Now, I do want to offer one final bonus tip. This is not something I'm doing yet, but I do know people that are doing this. You could go get a BlockFi credit card if you like to use credit cards and pay them off every month. The BlockFi credit card actually gives you 3.5% back in Bitcoin. So whatever you go and spend, you can just use it for your groceries, your gas, your travel, whatever you're going to use a credit card for. And whatever you spend, you're going to get 3.5% of that spending back in Bitcoin through the BlockFi credit card. Now, I didn't make this one of my main 5 ones because it does require using debt. It does require getting a credit card, and that's not for everybody. And also, if you put too much on the credit card and can't pay it back and start to incur interest on it, well, then all of the Bitcoin rewards that you're going to earn on this thing are going to be kind of pointless, because the interest you're going to pay on the credit card is probably going to outpace the rewards that you're going to earn off the credit card. So if you are going to use a strategy where you use some sort of credit card to earn back rewards, you're going to want to make sure you're spending at a level where you're going to be able to pay off that credit card at the end of every month. All right, so that's 5 ways to earn free cryptocurrency without coming out of pocket, plus 1 bonus way if you want to leverage credit cards. Pretty cool stuff. That's what I got for you today. I do have a couple quick announcements that I want to make before I wrap up this episode. This is sort of an important one. This episode I'm recording right now is the very first episode coming out in November, and November marks a pretty big pivot in our business. Starting this month, this will be the last ever Evergreen Profits newsletter. So if you're on our print newsletter list, there's not going to be another one after November. The one that you're getting in the mail this month, that's it. That's the last print one we're doing. So any sort of future rebills on newsletters will be turned off. You're not going to get billed again or anything like that. But we are phasing out the newsletter, which also means we're wrapping up the action guides for these episodes. So the companion notes, the ones that we always told you on previous episodes, you can go get them for free by going to blah, blah, blah website. Well, those action guides are going away as well. We want people to listen to the episodes on audio. We want people to watch the episodes on YouTube over at hustleandflowchart.tv. And by giving away all of those action guides, we've actually seen a decrease in listens from people that prefer to go get the action guides versus listening in. For our business model, it has become something that we just no longer can keep up with in our business because it's detrimental to other areas of our business. We'll get into more of that in a different episode and explain why we made that decision. That'll probably be an episode with both Joe and I. But just know that the action guides and the EGP letter are both winding down, and the ones that you got in November will be it. There will be no more after this month. All right, so that'll come in a future episode. We'll break that down even more, why we made that decision, but it is what it is. And then the final little announcement I want to make is, if you haven't already, go check out the Discord server. Like I said in this episode, a lot of the information that we're going to be sharing on the podcast is going to be coming from that community. They're going to share cool stuff with us. Joe and I are going to go vet that cool stuff a little bit, and then we're going to turn around and share what we're learning. So if you want to get involved in the community, learn this stuff before it comes out as podcast episodes, be one of the people that actually shares this stuff in the group, and maybe we turn it into podcast episodes, go join the Discord. hustleandflowchart.com/Discord. That's where the community is. That's where Joe and I are hanging out. That's where we're answering questions and sharing the latest and greatest of what we've been up to. So if you're not in the community, make sure you get in there. As of this recording, there's about 200 members in there. We'd love to see it get up to 1,000 members by the end of the year. So go over to hustleandflowchart.com/Discord and join the community. Final note, Easy Webinar, our amazing sponsor for several years now. Amazing platform. If you're doing anything with webinars, automated webinars, hybrid webinars, live webinars, it does it all. Does all the tracking, builds all the landing pages. Basically, it's your all-in-one hub for anything webinars. And they're hooking you up with a discount for being a Hustle and Flowchart listener. So go to easywebinar.com/hustle. They're going to hook you up. It is a great platform. We can't recommend it enough. Thanks so much for tuning in. If there's somebody that might find this valuable, or somebody that that wants to get into cryptocurrency, send them this episode, because this is a great little dipping your toes in the water episode for learning about cryptocurrencies. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.